Hey, Bubs. Hope all is well with you. We are back with twins. Stories with Sulaiman. 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 And today we're on chapter 7. Yesterday we read chapter 6. Things are getting pretty sticky between the girls in their election and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get started. So everybody's at the dinner table. Looks like the older brother's here too. I can't tell what they're eating. I don't know if that's... I don't know. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Maureen, Francine, you two are pretty quiet. Don't like my cooking? Like that's ever stopped them. So how's the election coming along? And they're both like, do you want to tell them or should I? I don't know what. Don't. Just don't. You promised. No dirty politics. What is this that they're eating? What is that? Francine? You had no right to use that photo. If it wasn't for me, the medal was for writing the essay, not giving the speech. And then the dad gets up. Okay, one of you needs to start explaining. Now. Francine vandalized one of my posters at school. I promise I didn't. Stop lying. You drew vomit all over the poster. You called me Bartface. I'm not lying. I didn't draw it, I swear. What are you two talking about? Throwing up? Vandalizing? Hold on. Let them be. That's what the mom said. Well, the last time I checked, you were the only person who knew that happened. I think someone in gym class may have done it. You told your class? How could you? I was so mad it just came out. Why would you do that to me? She has tears in her eyes. Do you know what they were saying? That if you're the smart one, the one with all the awards, then I must be the dumb one. You don't see me posting a photo of all my medals. No, you were just telling all my secrets to your gym class. It was an accident. I didn't mean to hurt you. Well, you did. Look, if you hadn't run in the first place... Enough. This is the mom. We're going to try this again, from the beginning. And the dad's like, without all the yelling. Mom and Dad were surprised to hear about how Francine and I swapped places for my speech. I think Dad even found it funny. Then I told them about the poster, how it looked, how everyone stared and laughed, how I felt. Francine tried to explain, but they weren't having it. Mom and Dad left to talk privately, and everybody's just sitting. The brother's still just sitting. I think he's just still sitting there. It didn't take them long to come to a decision. Living room, now. Francine, we are very disappointed in you. She is your sister. You had no right to share her secret. But, Maureen, do you want Francine to report this to the school? It may help them determine who actually vandalized your poster. I just want to forget it. ever happen, and I don't want her to get into that much trouble. That's very kind of you, but Francine, that doesn't mean you're off the hook. You're grounded indefinitely. And of course, you'll be dropping out of the election. Dad, your mother and I aren't going to let you two tear each other apart over a silly election. And then, I think this is Maureen. She's thinking in her head, it's not silly. You broke the rules, Francine. That has consequences. With Francine out, I was guaranteed a win. No more posters or platforms. Maybe I wouldn't even have to give a speech. That felt like cheating. And most of the students wouldn't know I won. A vote for me would be like a vote for her. It would be like voting for the same person. Francine didn't want me to live in her shadow anymore. I didn't want to live there either. I don't want Francine to drop out. That's nice of you, but you don't owe your sister anything in this matter. And quite frankly, it isn't your decision. But if she doesn't run, I'll never know. I'll never know if I was good enough to win on my own. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Nice. Yeah, that would have made things too easy. Francine, do you have anything to say to your sister? Thank you so much. I promise I won't do anything like that again. I'll even take Curtis's room. You can move back into our room tonight. Maureen's been sleeping in my room? That's the brother. It's like, what? If you really wanted to make it up to me, if you really wanted to give me space, you'd offer to move to Curtis's apartment. Maureen, I know you're not upset, but that's not realistic. Why not? Dad's always joking about moving us all out as soon as possible. Your mother and I need to discuss this. And then Francine's like, I'll do it. I caused all this mess. It's the least I can do. That is, if it's okay with Curtis. Sure. I guess that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, enough. I am not kicking one of my girls out of the house over this election. And they're both like, but that's the mom. She's not having that. She's like, this is going too far. This is what we will do, Francine. You will do all your campaign work at Curtis's apartment or school. Not a lick at home. All election work for you both stops at dinner time. We will eat together every night as a family. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Curtis, does this work for you? Do you want to think it over? It'll be okay, Diane. It really isn't any trouble. He's like, But, when exactly is this election again? After dinner, Francine went to pack up her election materials. That was really nice what you did for Francine. That's what the brother says. It wasn't just for her. Is school getting any better? Want to talk about it? Things are good. I have a lot of friends. Well, two. Amber and Richard. And I guess Bryce is my friend too. What about Nikki, Tasha, and Monique? Nikki and Tasha have been hanging with their band friends lately, and Monique is Francine's campaign manager, so Monique is still your friend, and Francine is still your sister. They have a funny way of showing it. So, Richard and Bryce, you sure they're just friends? Duh, of course they are. Oh, hey, it's cool if you have a thing for Amber, just don't go kissing anybody yet. Plenty of time for that. Curtis, I don't want to kiss anyone. I need to meet these friends of yours, give them my stamp of approval. You had your chance. They were here the other day when you dropped Francine off. They were here? Where? I remember they were in the room. Don't worry, they weren't in your room. He's like, whew. And even if they were, they would have never peeked in your top right dresser drawer. But for real, why didn't you tell me that you and Francine were hanging out? Y'all go to the mall? It must have slipped my mind. I'll take you this weekend if you want to go. Just call and she's like, here's everything. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Guys, I know things are difficult right now. Just don't forget, y'all are sisters. Bye, Dad. Bye, Diane. Thanks for dinner. And they leave. Or the brother leaves. And then Fran comes because Maureen was washing the dishes, and Fran comes and she's like, need any help with the dishes? No thanks. Almost done. Are you sure? I'm good. I know you don't believe me, but I promise I'll find out who drew that picture on your poster. I don't even care anymore. And I'm still game for moving into Curtis's room. That's what Fran said. But and then Maureen's like, don't go doing me any favors. I'm fine where I am. Maureen, please, and then Maureen's phone rings. Hey Amber, yeah, now's a good time to talk. I wasn't doing anything important. Oh, and that's chapter 8. Such a good book. I like this. We don't have much left, so we'll see what happens. Tomorrow we'll be on chapter 9. Please be good, not bad, and remember that I love you.